Okay, Sunday again, November 9, 2025. I have to say that on every video just to keep it consistent and on record here. The, I've already explained some of these components here and some of this basic diagram of the typical connections for a radio control helicopter, you know, how to do it. This is, by the way, this is all electrical. And so the use of two ESCs is a must. You know, when you have a dual motor system on a helicopter such as this one right here, which is my Bumblebee here, a revamp for hopefully in my own flight controller, which I'm trying to implement into this system here using this Nano Arduino and these 6-axis gyro accelerometer boards here. The schematic that I show here shows a very simplistic connection between these two boards right here. There's the Arduino Nano talking or handshaking with this 6-axis gyro accelerometer board here. And so this has to be programmed. So they both have to talk to each other. And between these two, this, however, this board right here, being that this is the 6-axis gyro and accelerometer, it has a sensor built into that board here. Inside that board, let's just make a little square here just to designate that's the sensor right there. So that board is sensing a, angle deflection and acceleration, and feeding that information as data via some of these connections on this board right here. It's feeding back to the Arduino. So what does the Arduino do with that information? That has to be read, and that has to be translated in a form that the computer of the Arduino can understand and can manipulate that in turn into control signals for your ESCs here, for the main motor, for the main tail motor ESCs, and for the servo pitch and roll servos as it is set up in this particular helicopter. Now, the great thing about this one, as I said in my last video, is that this is a fixed pitch helicopter, so it makes things a little bit more simpler. I'm not using 3 servos, you know, to do a blade pitch control or collective pitch, as it is called, you know, for collective pitch helicopters where the blades pitch, you know, to create lift. And this is just fixed pitch helicopter, just to keep it really simple. I want to start with a simple setup, and so this allows me that option right there. But basically, that is the circuit right here, and hopefully this will lead into you know, something great. Let me know